Hi friends, I'm Meliora. Welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about new perfumes that I added to my collection. Some of them I actually been kind of holding on to for quite some time because I don't know why. There's no reason. It just is. So I'm finally ready to show you. I guess I was just waiting for some kind of muse to visit me to give me the right words to describe them, because I bought them and I still didn't feel like I was ready to talk about them. So we're gonna start with something that I think doesn't really need much of explanation because this is a repurchase. I came across Creation by Lapidus in the form of bath products. I had a body lotion and I bought 2 more of perfumed shower gel. Absolutely love this zesty, refreshing green shipper, which costs, I think each of them on Fragrance Net costs like $2 maybe, or even less so. I already used up 2. I'm using up the body lotion, and I decided just to stock up on them because I actually don't know any other place that sells them that cheap. What I especially like about them is not that there's a very sophisticated fragrance, but I find that these kind of like zesty, refreshing green notes that are very citrusy, patchouli-like, moss-like, they work particularly well for me in the form of bath products. I love that kind of like refreshing boost of energy that I get when I'm taking a morning shower. And after trying so many products by Lapidus and loving their Creation bath products so much, I finally pulled the trigger and bought the fragrance itself. I bought it in a tester bottle. It actually is very cheap. And the only reason why I haven't been buying it for almost a year, because I've been using the Creation perfume products for over, yeah, I think a year or even probably more so. But I just felt like it was so cheap that I was concerned that the kind of refreshing, zesty quality that I enjoy in the shower would not really translate well into a personal perfume. I wasn't sure that I would actually wear this scent as a personal fragrance. I was also a little bit concerned that, considering that this is almost like $12, it's definitely under 20 or around $20 for like 100 ml. I was a little bit afraid that it would just smell flat, synthetic, or cheap. So Creation by Lapidus as a proper eau de parfum does maintain a lot of those refreshing green shipper kind of notes. Yet I kind of expected a little bit more depth, a little bit more opening in the eau de parfum versus, you know, just a simple shower gel. What I got here rather is a little bit more of animalic, indolic notes. I was kind of hoping for more of this kind of herbal bitterness, maybe more mossy kind of base to it, but it's actually way more animalic, almost civet-like. Allegedly, it even has tuberose in it. I'm happy to say I don't really feel it much, and I don't really find it to be dominating. It doesn't really induce headaches in me, but to be honest, I haven't really worn it. I only just tried it, dabbed it on my hands, so we'll see if I actually will be wearing it as my personal perfume. So I'm still not decided. I'm just showing you that I got it and I'm trying to get the wear out of it. For the sake of scent consistency, let's talk about another iconic old shipper. This is eau de parfum Coriandre by Jean Couture Paris. As far as I know, the Jean Couture was like a couple, and they came up with their own iconic Coriandre, which has this like very typical of them melancholy kind of green gemstone packaging. But the bottle itself is not, I mean, there's nothing about it that really says luxury. This is definitely an affordable perfume. You can tell it by the packaging and by the bottle itself and by the plastic green lid. So there's not much to write home about when it comes to packaging. When it comes to the scent itself, so comparatively, here before we were talking about Creation by Lapidus, which is in a very affordable, cheap, let's call it let's call it spade a spade, cheap shipper, which was green, dense, and somewhat animalic. If when I got it in the perfume, that's what I noticed. Coriandre by Jean Couture, and I think it's the last name of the couple, is way more sour. It almost has a little bit of like kind of like a pickle aspect to it. It's definitely devoid of any kind of indolic or animalic notes. It really lives on much higher frequency. It's very zesty, almost tart. I feel like I have something like that in my collection, but I think it's like an old Russian perfume. Like they also have some iconic shippers that were popular at the time. Nothing that I can quite put my finger on in terms of the modern shippers. Yeah, this is interesting, but this is definitely for people who adore patchouli, moss, these kind of zesty, very, very green notes. This shipper, I don't find it to be in any way sparkly. I find it to be a very tarty and zesty. Not everyone's cup of tea, but for historic reasons, this is probably a worthy, cheap, affordable buy if you already love that family of fragrances. A few decants that I got from Scentbird. By the way, not sponsored, I got it with my own money. One of them is Rasha Perfumes Creation E. This is a newer line by Rasha Perfumes. I think, if my memory serves me correctly, this is supposed to be some kind of like suede or leather. This is good. This makes me think of kind of like dark rum spilled over soft suede. I like it. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, not much to report at this point. I just got these. So Rasha Creation E is at least it's a very decent blend, and for the prices that you can get it on Scentbird, this is probably the most affordable way to sample hyperluxe brand like Rasha Perfumes. The other one that I got is the brand that I already told you about once or twice. I do have a few of, like most of the fragrances that I know by Arquiste, and this is the brand in question, I got from Scentbird. They have a fairly decent selection of them, so I decided sort of like to keep trying them. So here we have Arquiste L in a black bottle. So I presume this is supposed to be very masculine. Okay. Clary sage, Moroccan rosemary, Egyptian geranium, orange flower water, that's interesting, and oak moss. Nighttime at Acapulco's sultriest disco. A revelry on the dance floor. In the heat of the moment. Oh my god, oh, there's a whole erotica story here. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? Pour yourself a glass. In the heat of the moment, he smiles coyly and oh, this is so 50 Shades of Grey. just give me a second. In the heat of the moment, he smiles coyly and motions to the beach outside, hinting at midnight swim. He unbuttons his shirt, flashing. Oh my god, flashing bronze skin and the scent of his cologne. A virile muskiness loaded with patchouli, oak moss, and elegant woody notes, mind you, as he flashing his skin from his, what is it, unbuttoning his shirt, a masculine impression of a day under the sun, intensified by the thrill of the night. Is it doing it for you? Are you getting a little bit schmoozy, a little bit, oh? You see, like, if I didn't read the description, I think I would have much higher regard for this fragrance. Okay. I can't. like I have this imagery of this like suave, semi-drunk guy who thinks he's just like intoxicatingly alluring, trying to hit on some random woman who's just like, dude, go home. Just fucking go home. Oh, flashing his skin. Oh boy. All right. About the juice. This is definitely, they did everything they could to pack all the spicy kind of masculine notes in there without going either gourmand or these kind of like austere vitriolic ocean breeze, you know, like Creed Aventus kind of thing. So this is a very dry, heavily spice packed perfume. It does have something animalic in it that I can't quite, like there's no animalic notes listed. Clary sage, Moroccan rosemary, Egyptian geranium, orange flower water. What is orange flower water? That's weird. Oak moss. There's something beyond oak moss. There's something oily and a little bit animalic here that to me is a little bit repulsive. But it kind of depends how it sits on the skin, maybe. Maybe on the bronze skin. That will be better. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? It might be somebody's story right here, getting laid. Unlikely that I'll wear it myself. I'm all for bronze skin and spices and all that good midnight swim stuff, but there's something that's just a little bit skanky about the base in here. I absolutely adore their approach with this rosemary, sage, geranium, maybe this orange flower. You know, white flowers sometimes do have somewhat this animalic, almost rotted kind of facet to them. Maybe that's it. But I feel like there are some synthetic musks here. There must be. That's the base is the part that gives me a little bit of like, no, thank you, no thank you. But the beginning and the heart, it's like solid spicy perfume, very solid. Just not sure if I will want to pull it off myself though. Okay, all right. After that erotic departure, let's go back to earth. Okay, I just show you Rasha Creation E. And the last decant that I got this time from fragrancenet.com. I subscribe to their decant service as well. So this time in my queue, I got Citizen Queen by Juliet Has a Gun. Delicious. Dusty, powdery, rosy suede. Oh, so sensuous. It's a little bit dusty. And some like the sweet, rosy, almost fruity, I don't know like if it has some fruits. I didn't have time to look at the pyramid. But Citizen Queen, the kind of like the sweet, fruity, floral heart of it, at some point almost goes to me a little bit candy-like, which I don't really like that. But that might be the blotter. Should I try? No, I shouldn't try it on the skin. I have like too many perfumes to show you today. But I wore it once, and I must say I did notice it then. It was mostly the suede with like these kind of like thick layer of powder on top of it. Ah, I love it. I think for now I will try to get more intimately familiar, kind of wear more and more the decant, and when I finish it up I'll let you know if I get the full bottle or not. Right now, Citizen Queen, as far as I know, people say it's discontinued, but I still see it fairly widely available in different discount stores. So I don't want to pull the trigger yet. But at the same time, I'm afraid when I will be ready for it, it will be gone because I heard it's discontinued. Let me know if you heard anything about this fragrance. Is it still being produced or is it being discontinued? It's definitely a worthy of your consideration if you love suede, if you love these kind of like the sweet sensuality without musks, where musks are replaced by powder with suede, with kind of leathery notes at the base. I do kind of gravitate more towards those kind of way of wrapping, the tonka bean, vanilla, rose, all those like fruity, not syrupy, but you know, like florally sweet dessert-like notes. I do gravitate more towards powdery leather-like blends with them rather than the musks, but it's kind of like, it just depends on what you prefer. All right, the next one that just looking at me, begging to be discussed. This is a blind buy because I had such good luck with La Perla by La Perla. To this day, it's one of my favorite cuddling perfumes. It's like vanilla ice cream in a bottle with very finely milled spices, very nude. It's very close to the skin, therefore perfect for intimate occasions of just like Netflix and chill and a very good company. So yeah, I decided to give a few more a chance. So La Perla, here we have J'aime la Nuit. I hope I'm saying it correct. You'll easily recognize the bottle. So what I really appreciate that La Perla seems to invest in their packaging. Very secure, and I think some of you actually wrote to me that the kind of the origami effect of how the bottles are nested inside is in itself sign of quality or lack thereof, and I completely agree with you. So very securely nested, the black on black kind of packaging with silver/holographic styling here. Very simple design, but well executed. So J'aime la Nuit. I should have looked it up before I started, but I'm sorry. Sadly, I'm disappointed. Yeah, it's a disappointment for me. It's one of those very generic sweet synthetics. If you got one of them, you got them all. I can't even like pinpoint what it's similar to because there are dozens. There are dozens of perfume like that. There's so many. I kind of find that if I really wanted something like this, I would rather buy Crystal Noir by Versace, because I love the kind of the sensual coconut in it. Here, it's just very generic. It's this kind of like sweet, seductive, synthetic. So many. I find like I always compare this with Midnight Fantasy by Britney Spears, because I think if you got that, you kind of got a whole like it kind of can replace a whole legion of very similar perfumes. There's so many of them that are like that. If you guys happen to love La Perla J'aime la Nuit, let me know in the comments. Let me and like other people who watch this video in the comments below, what do you think it's similar to, because I'm kind of struggling right now. To me, it's just similar to a legion of perfumes, and it's not really what I like. So damn it, now I'm stuck with it because it's fairly cheap online. That means that there's no way I will be able to resell it at all. So the best chance I have is either regift it or use it for laundry, like you know, like just to authorize fresh laundry.